back with another nap time. Nap is NAP, not a podcast. I guess we found a name for what we're doing here. So here we go. I'm in Ottawa. I'm driving back to Toronto, Mississauga. So the time is 4:04 a.m. Yeah, we just finished late, and I was deciding whether to drive back now or take a little sleep and then come drive in the morning. But I said I wasn't too tired, so I guess I decided to come now. But we're on the road. We're going to talk about a couple of things today, but I'm listening to the song right now, and it's called Happier, and I want to talk about that. What is happiness? How do you obtain happiness? Because obviously happiness and happy is a very different thing for every individual. I kind of want to tell you what makes me happy. So for me, happiness comes in my Instagram name, which is Laugh Love Cook. Obviously, laughter will bring happiness because it's joy in life to laugh at, whether it's a bad dad joke or laugh at a good memory. But laughter always brings happiness. It's one of the purest and simplest forms of joy, and that's I think that's the most relatable out of the three. When it comes to love, in my Instagram name, it starts with my three F's. My three F's, which is family, friends, and faith. So that's another section of my what brings happiness to me, and the last part is cook. At the end of the day, I am a cook, and the reason I became a cook is because it made me a happy person doing what I did. So the pursuit of happiness is one of my favorite topics to talk about because it's in my eyes it's never ending. The pursuit of happiness is ongoing and always continuing because I want it to be that in my life at least, I can speak for myself, that we're never satisfied. That we always want something better. Obviously, when we talk about happiness, you would think there would be an end goal, which there is, but after you've achieved that, you're on to pursue something else. Because when we talk about happiness and joy, it should be never ending. Because we'll never be satisfied with one goal or one whatever it is we set ourselves to be happy for. The happiness eventually does end, and then it becomes either a memory or obviously happy times turn into not so happy times. But that's when we build that next goal and we find something else to be happy about. I mentioned that last part about a never-ending pursuit because I'm in the point in my life where I'm probably pursuing happiness in 3 or 4 different ways. But one way that brings me happiness is this. It's kind of speaking about it. To me, not my strongest, but it definitely is something that I want to continue doing. I want to share with everyone my experiences, and obviously how we can do better in our own lives to elevate, to create a better awareness of where we want to be. And yeah, so that starts from myself trying to reach out to everyone and say that, there are different ways, and we will figure it out together. So when we talk about this happiness thing, I like to base it off my 3 F's: my family, my friends, and my faith. The reasons I say this is because those are probably the 3 most important things in my life. By the way, I'm currently in Melroy Town. It's one of the en routes from Ottawa to Toronto. But yeah, anyways, so I just wanted to kind of go one step at a time with what it means to have, family, friends, and faith to be important in my life. That creates the happiness that allows me to enjoy my surroundings and kind of go from there. And we should start off right away and talk about. We'll start off with friends. The reason friends are so important when it comes to the term of happiness is because that's the kind of group you want to be with when you're having quote unquote good times. Usually it's more so good times than bad times with friends. Obviously with family it can be a little bit different, a little bit more complicated, a little bit more complex. Same with faith. Could be a little bit more complicated, could be a little bit more complex, could be not as existent to you. But with friends it's a little bit simpler because the reason you spend time with those certain people is to have a good time, to build happiness, to find the joy in whatever you're doing, whether it's for my friends probably playing sports, going out to events, going on a little trip, traveling with friends. It's a great thing. But yeah, with my friends, definitely just going to a volleyball drop-in can be a step towards happiness. So actually kind of forgot what we were talking about. I'm gonna have to go back. I was just it's already 7:30 almost. I stopped by Kingston and had coffee with a friend of mine. But it's already 7:30. I was with her for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, that's just an update on my actual trip on the road. But yeah, I'm gonna have to actually listen to what I was talking about. Had something to do with friends. I know we're still on the topic of happiness, but just had a little detour on our trip, and that's where I stand right now. Alright, so let's kind of get back to topic, which was happiness. There's obviously, we said there's a lot of ways to kind of pursue it and kind of achieve it, but at the end of the day, it's figuring out what makes us happy. So you're gonna spend a lot of time working, in a relationship, with family. So you gotta find out the things that really, together as a whole, like you guys are happy doing. That's why I tell my friends. I was talking about this earlier about just going to volleyball. Me personally, I don't really care for volleyball, but I know it's a good time when we go play as a group of friends, and it's a lot of fun. The sport's fun, but to me, I go because we laugh, we have a good time. We have a decent little workout out of it, and so I mean, just that alone will like I said, will spark that happiness, and then show you that the group of friends you have is something worth holding on to, something worth going out to do stuff with. Obviously, I have other different friends that would be doing something else. I have another friend that I love to film with, just because it's fun. It's a good bonding time. It's a very different way of approaching happiness. Is just finding the things that really you enjoy doing with people you will enjoy doing it with. The honest truth is, it's not about you. It's not about you all the time. It's not about me. We all have to kind of fit into a place. As much as it sounds kind of cliche, is we all have a spot in this world that makes us, who we are, and then we have to find that spot. So I just got to Port Hope. It's already 9:00, so it's getting kind of late. That's 9 a.m. But I still got about an hour to go, and it's probably gonna be it until I probably get home. So they say money can't buy happiness, but I have this saying that you never see an unhappy guy on a jet ski. Which means if you buy a jet ski, you'll be happy. So that's a little bit more metaphorical, because with that saying, I'm not saying that you could buy happiness, but there's some things that you could do to achieve happiness. Because obviously, like I said earlier, to get that happiness of, let's say, getting a jet ski and riding it, after that, there's got to be something else. There's got to be something else that we look forward to maintain that happiness, to build on it, and to kind of keep it going within the span of our lifetime. You don't want it to end very early or come very late, because you don't want to feel like you missed out on a simple thing that sounds so out of it, but it's as simple as happiness. Oh, I'm just driving by this truck with an airplane wing on it, and it looks kind of cool. But anyways, I say "but anyways" a lot, but. So you want to kind of find the happiness that obviously that keeps building as life goes on, and the best way to do that is, in my opinion, is through work or career, because we do spend so much time there that if you can find happiness in work, then it's a lot more achievable and really helps in quality of life, because happiness, happiness with family and friends, it can come with good times and memories and laughter, like I said earlier. But when it comes from within, happiness is, you have to find it through work and through the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Hey, I'm in Mississauga now. I'm actually pretty close to home. So I kind of want to end this now before I get home, because I might not have time later to be in my car and maybe record something. So I just kind of want to take a breather and say, to kind of end off this happiness thing is at the end of the day, we got to do, things, activities, and kind of events that kind of go with what we love, and kind of go with that and do it with the people that matter, whoever that is, whether it's family, friends, your significant other. Do those things that you really want to do and that they really want to do. Do it together. Do it. When you have time, obviously, with all our busy schedules, it's sometimes it's a little bit tough, but do whatever it takes, man. Do anything that you can that will make you a happier person at the end of the day. And I just want to wish everyone, happiness. I hope everyone that's listening is happy, or is in that direction, and I wish you stay happy.